Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? What's good, y'all? Wait till a few y'all join. I ain't gonna be long on here, man. Just chop it up with y'all really quick about some talk about Josh versus Wilder. I'm not gonna be long on here. What's good, Dan the Man Boxing, Gypsy Boxer, Carl Burrell, what's up? Wait for a few y'all to join. I'm just sitting back watching this. What was it? It was 1981, man. James Quick Tillis versus Mike Weaver. Weaver making a defense of his WBO or his WBA title rather against a young undefeated Tillis, man. Tillis, people forget how good of a boxer Tillis was. I know when you look at him, in hindsight, you look at his career overall, you say, oh, he lost to this guy, lost to that guy. But shit, once upon a time, he was a 20-0 fighter, man. Weaver really wasn't an active champion. He beat Tate, you know what I mean? But really wasn't active when he had that strap back in the day. Can't see you. Yeah, man. I don't have the camera on me today. Don't have the camera on me today, man. Wait till a few of y'all show up in here. Standing 8 count was good. All right, man. Let me see here. Y'all hit that like button, man. So the big story that's going on, right? I mean, okay, so for those of you that's a few people are asking me about Brian Jennings and Joey DeWeco, me doing a video about that. I actually did a video about it a while ago when the fight was first announced, but I'll do another. I'm trying to wait for the weigh-in of that fight. I want to see what DeWeco comes in at. He says he's going to be in the best shape of his life, so on and so forth. Those guys have actually had an amateur fight against each other. DeWeco fought Jennings in his last amateur fight. Yeah, it was DeWeco's 68th amateur fight when he fought Jennings, and it was Brian Jennings' third amateur fight. But I'm gonna break that fight down, and DeWeco won that fight too. But I'm gonna break that fight down, and I'm also just waiting for the weigh-in for Miller versus Duhaupas. I just want to see how both guys, I just want to see all these guys look, man, and then do a little prediction video, a little breakdown video, man. So I'm definitely going to do a video on that, on those fights. But right now, the hot topic, man, is this Joshua Wilder 50 million. And I'm seeing a lot of you come to my video, man. And you're saying stuff like, first of all, look, man, this isn't ESPN when you come to my channel. We just chopping up about boxing. I'm just a fan. So some of you are coming here holding me to the standard of a Sky Sports or some shit. So I appreciate that. But at the same time here, though, man, I don't have to be politically correct about a damn thing. If I feel as if Eddie Hearn's a liar, and when I listen to the dude, he says different things from day to day, that's what I hear from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I hear from this dude. So he wants to make sure that this deal is legit, that he wants to see money and all that type of thing. That's cool, but just tell them that, because in the media, you come across to me as somebody that's looking for a way to delegitimize everything that they say. Oh, well, he 50 million. Well, that it's not real. You just jump to it ain't real instead of just saying, well, shit, man, let me really see about this, see what's going on. I guess they're going to meet on Friday, you know what I mean, to see what's going on. You're already just making it seem like it's not legit. And I made a comment in my last video, is like, who does he think he's dealing with? The children of the poor? Like, he's dealing with Al Heyman, Finkel, guys who've been involved. Finkel has been involved with a lot of fighters' career. Mike Tyson, as is a guy. Floyd Mayweather with Al Heyman. Like, these dudes have been involved in some of the biggest money-earning fights in the history of the sport. Not the last few years, or in the history of the entire sport. And some of you may say, oh, yeah, but that's Floyd Mayweather. Wilder's no Mayweather. Wilder's no Tyson, as far as his popularity, so on and so forth. Okay, but at the same time, you guys remember back in the day, And I was actually, and this is what made me say, you know what, man? Let me just shut my ass up and let me not devalue any fighter, even if they make up some number that I feel as if is astronomical. You guys remember, and I was one of the uploaders that I looked stupid at the end when I did it. I'll admit it, but I was one of the uploaders that were sitting here thinking to myself, like, man, Floyd don't want to fight Pacquiao. Some of you may say, what do y'all, what am I talking about? You guys remember that was following that. Remember when Floyd said he wanted 100 million when he first said it? Remember when he first said the 100 million thing? I was sitting there like, dude, ain't no way in the world you get no fucking 100 million. Like, what? I literally thought Floyd lost his mind. Literally. It was so like far fetched to me at the time. I'm like, what is he talking about? 100 million? Now he's done that a couple times now. But I remember when he said that number, I was just like, now some of you are going to say, oh, but he's not Floyd. But I'm talking about just in what we perceive to be astronomical numbers. And once that happened, I said, you know what, man? Even if I think something's crazy, who am I to tell another person what they're worth? Let them negotiate it, and whatever it comes out to be, then it comes out to be. But to me, let me see what y'all talking about up in here. M&T Boxing was good. Rise Clyde 222 was good. STE Gannon. Will Magic Man was good. What's up to everybody, man, in the chat? But Unity Boxing, DOG 215. What's up to everybody, man? Lawrence Williams was good. Hey Lawrence, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do them videos after the weigh-in, man. Once DeWeco and Jennings they weigh in, and do a put Miller. Once I see that weigh-in, I'm gonna go in about them fights. What's good, Blood Boxing? But yeah, man. So that right there, let me say, you know what, man? Let me not get involved with what these dudes think they're worth. And another thing, when Joshua, he came out, and some of you are now I'm seeing people say, oh no, he meant pounds. He meant pounds. He didn't mean dollar. The man said out his own mouth on the interview, give me $50 million. He didn't say yen. He didn't say pesos. He said dollars, man. Let me guess. I'm taking out of context. It's like whenever I break down what this guy says, people always tell me, and just fans that are looking at what he says and we break it down, oh no, you took it out of context. It's like, oh my goodness, man. Jesus Christ. I mean, if the dude said, I don't know, man. It's getting frustrating because it's like, it just seems as if like people are like trying to find reasons for it not to be real, like reasons for it, instead of just saying, shit, damn, he got it. All right, well, shit, let's sit down and see. It's like people are like, nope, it's not real. It's not real. He's already going to fight Dominic Brazil. It's a fucking plan B. I'm pretty sure they have a plan B, C, D, E, F, G. Just like I know Joshua and Hearn have a plan B, C, D, E, F, G if they don't get this Wilder fight. What do you think Povetkin was on the card for? Because Eddie Hearn really likes him? Because he wants to be buddies with Ryan Binsky? No, he made the fight because he knows that the guy is rated highly by the WBO, WBA, and there's a chance that he may fight him next. It's an option for him. Showcase him, have him look good against David Price. He almost got fucking beat by Price. Price landed a good shot on him, almost knocked him down. The ropes held him up. But pretty much to look good, because nobody thought Price was going to win besides a puncher's chance. Showcase him in front of the crowd, in front of the huge, 70,000 or 80,000 or 200, well, however many people showed up. Jarrell Miller was a name that's being thrown out there. It was funny. I just seen Miller. He was saying that Hearn never really was offering me the Joshua fight. But anyways, plans. I mean, he has options. I mean, just like Wilder. Shit, they got Brazil and whoever else. Konowski, I heard him. He mentioned Adam Konowski. So it's fucking options. So what? He's not allowed to have options just in case Plan A doesn't go through. It's crazy, man. Then people talking about my man. Dillian White, seeing comments on that, because the video I made was just when I heard the news of it, I'm like, oh damn, Ortiz versus White, that's a good fight. I messed with that. I was giving just my initial thoughts, but then I'll start reading the comments you guys, some of you fans were leaving, and it was like, oh, don't you see this unfair corruption and how many mandatories does White have to fight? Who the fuck did he really beat? So you guys are telling me that you're okay with White, who just fought Lucas Brown, that was number 13 on the WBC rankings. That's a fact. He beat him, and that equals final eliminator. Just like when he fucking fought Helenius. I didn't think that was no final eliminator. And Molina in Brazil, to me, I didn't really, that's no final eliminator. A lot of us fans were saying, shit, well, you just had those eliminator fights last fall. Why not just pair White versus Brazil? Now, I can understand that argument. If people are making that argument, like, well, damn, if anything, Ortiz just fought for the title and lost. So shouldn't Brazil versus White fight each other? Because remember, guys, they were both running around saying they were the mandatory. You guys remember that shit for like a month or 2 months? Both of those dudes on their social media accounts saying that they're the mandatory. Uh, Now some people are saying, "Oh, but Mr. Boxing, see, you didn't get the catch." They're protecting them because they're going to have White take on Ortiz for the quote mandatory, but they're going to give Brazil the voluntary shot. But see, they're kind of treat him like he's the mandatory. See, whatever, man. Then to tell you the truth, man, White, Brazil. I mean, where's a quarter at so I can flip it so I can choose who should he fight between those two. People are acting like Dillian White is like this top 3 type of heavyweight or something. It's like, dude, White to me is still proving himself. When did he become this like top 3, top 2? You have to go through him to prove yourself heavyweight. Like, when did that happen? Was it after he beat Chisora? Was it after he beat? I'm just trying to figure out when in time did this happen? Who put him there? Was it after he just beat Lucas Brown? Was that put him over the top as the guy that he has to beat to prove himself? Dillian White, Miller, Brazil, they're all on the same tier of heavyweight, man. Now, if you want to nitpick a resume and he beat Ian Lewis, and I mean, well, whatever, man. I'm not, whatever. We can argue about resumes all day, but when you look at them guys fight, man, they're the same tier of heavyweight until proven otherwise, meaning fight each other. And people are acting as if, well, why does Ortiz get a shot? Get a shot at what? Get a shot at fighting White in a title eliminator? It's not like they're just giving Ortiz another title shot. He has to beat White. The guy that, a lot of fans think that Wilder needs to fight to prove himself or whatever. And then, according to Dillian White, I don't see what the big outcry is. You want something legitimized as far as you getting a title shot? Well, they're giving it to you. And to tell you the truth, shit, Dillian White has options. If you're really looking at it from a business point of view, right? He got options. He can fight Pulev and go the IBF route for the final eliminator, or fight Luis Ortiz and go the WBC route for the final eliminator. What's wrong with your options? You don't like the options now? Like, I'm not understanding this. Oh, you just want the title shot. Okay, well, shit, a lot of people want it. I can go down the whole WBC and I'm sure they all want the title shot. And then you guys say I'm biased. Well, okay, well, what the fuck are you? So I'm the biased one, but you're not biased. You can't come to the comment section and say he's a bum, Beyonce Wilder, bum, fraud, but you're biased. I'm not. You can't go. You know what I mean? You call somebody a bitch and say, oh, but you're the biased one, though. Well, you're biased. Well, I guess we're all biased. We all have some bias to some degree, man. So I don't get, and that's what I was getting at when I first started the video. Like, dude, I'm not, well, shit, even Sky Sports and the major networks, ESPN, they all show some type of bias, but when it's needed, though, man, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all trying to make one fighter, and ironic, he's American, I'm American, but y'all trying to make this dude like he's just a fraud of a fighter. Like, he's not even worthy of any, like, dude, stop with the bullshit, man. The dude can fight. And to tell you the truth, the more I've been watching these guys fight, man, well, you're not going to believe it anyways. Even if I break down, film study, and show you on my back and just show you what I'm seeing, and doesn't mean that I'm right, but I can back up what I'm telling you, you still going to think I'm biased, so who gives a fuck, right? But I think Wilder's going to knock him out. I really do. And it has nothing to do with money splits. It has to do with breaking down their styles. I know AJ's more the technician type of guy. When you look at them as far as the using up a high guard, he fights out of the fundamental textbook style and all that. Okay, when all that's said and done, and Wilder kind of fight, well, not kind of, but he fights unorthodox. He's athletic, can move on his feet, in my opinion. I don't think AJ moves his head enough. And this is for me just breaking down, I don't think he moves his head enough. He likes to slip punches and catch shots with his gloves. I think a right hand's going to catch him. And you can say, oh, that's all he has to worry about. Yeah, but this is a different type of right hand. We always say that heavyweights are heavy-handed. So if anybody touches you without you seeing it come, you'll get knocked out. There's some truth to that. But then Wilder's right hand is a type, if you don't see it coming, I pray that you make it home safe. This isn't he's heavy-handed like everybody else. This right hand is like, yes, if any other heavyweight hits you, you can probably get knocked out if you don't see it. Wilder, if you don't see it, you may go into a mild coma. You may start doing some shit like Kovic was doing on the canvas, or go to sleep like Spilka. You know what I mean? I think it'd be a good damn fight, an exciting fight to take, you know what I mean? So, and that's, people saying it's a PR stunt, as far as Wilder and his team. It's just a PR stunt. How are they going to raise the money? When I'm hearing terms like that, and the way some of you or just fans are questioning, as if like they got to go out and fucking sell Girl Scout cookies, have a car wash. Come on, man. Come on. And I was watching the Blood boxing video earlier, and when he looked up, shouts out to Blood, he looked up the net worth. Now, again, if you think net worth lookups are, it's a fraud thing to do, okay, whatever, man. But Deontay Wilder net worth was 16 million. Eddie Hearn's is 3 million. I know you may say, oh, but Eddie Hearn comes from money. Hey, I'm just telling you what the net worth thing said. Take it or leave it. You don't have to believe it. And I think AJ's net worth was like 40 or 50 million or something like that. And big promoter, I believe Aaron was like 300 million or some crazy shit like that, some astronomical number. I think Don King was like 100 million or something like that. So it's not like, you can make fun of how much you think Wilder makes, or he's only a $2 million fighter, or, okay, this dude isn't some broke fighter, man, that's barely holding on and has a part-time gig. You know what I mean? He isn't making as much as AJ. Okay, cool. But this dude's a multi-millionaire, man. People act like this dude works the midnight shift at Walmart or some shit. No disrespect, nobody that does that, but this dude's a $1 million fighter, man. The dude came out and said, give me 50 million and I'll sign. And I believe he said, somebody correct me if I'm wrong in that interview, he said, give me $50 million, and I'll sign tomorrow. To me, I'm looking at it as Wilder just said, man to man. When he sent them that post on Instagram or Twitter, he's like, look, man, I personally sent you it myself. He talked, the way I viewed it at least, he talking to him as a man, like, look, man, fuck Hearn and fuck my people for a minute. I'm telling you, bro, like out of my mouth. Look, man, the money's there. AJ responded how I want him to respond. Shit, let's roll. It wasn't no, well, is it legit? And no disrespect, but I just want to, he said, shit, let's roll. I know you backed by some important people. Let's roll. Okay, shit, our team's supposed to meet on Friday. They need to be there too, man. But when it comes to money and who's worth what, man, we need to just sit back and just see, man. Like, because we don't know what the hell. I know I keep going back to Mayweather Pacquiao, and some of you will say, oh, but, Wilder and Joshua, or Wilder, he's not as popular as those guys. Okay, I'm just using that as an example still, though, as far as when these astronomical numbers are being brought up, us fans just say, oh, but in his recent, in his other fights, he only made such and such. When Mayweather offered Pacquiao that flat fee of 40, remember when that was going to, guys remember when that story came out, how it was getting blown up on the internet, and why didn't he take it? It's the most he's ever taken, blah, blah, blah. He needs to leave Arum, blah, 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 blah. Then when the fight finally did get signed and sealed, how much did fucking Pacquiao take home? 180? Did he take home like 180 mil or some crazy out of this world shit? He would have been a fool to take that goddamn flat fee of 40. Because Floyd tried to do the business thing on him, tried to run game on him. You know, he did. Shit. When you're negotiating, you're going to try to run game for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to run game and say, hey, man, take the 40. Floyd knew that shit was way more that he knew he's going to bank off that fight. That's why he said, give me 100. People aren't even counting like the merchandising for the fight or they're just downplaying the fight. And it makes me think as a fan that like some fans really don't want this shit, man. They just don't want it. AZ says, oh damn, let me see, man. Damn. I'll read some of these comments. Kiwi Box was good. Hey Kiwi, man, I was on your channel, bro, and I watched that Adrian Granat versus Otto Wallen fight, Swedish heavyweight showdown. Um, Shouts out to you for posting it, man. But I cannot find the first 5.5 rounds of that fight. I did a breakdown of it, of the middle round 5 to round 12 of what I seen, but I want to see the first 5 rounds of that fight. And that's another thing. Now me thinking about fights like that. For some of you who's coming to the channel, man, and telling me that it's, over the last week or so, it's hard for you to listen to me, and you thought I was one of the quote good. I don't even know what the fuck that means. You thought I was one of the good guys. Like what? What are you saying? What? I don't. What do you mean you thought I was one of the good guys here in America? What the fuck does that mean? You thought I was one of the good niggas, or what are you saying? Please enlighten me on what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean. But anyways, you can't listen to me anymore and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, where are some of you guys on Adrian Granat versus Otto Wallen videos? And when I'm breaking down other fighters and other prospects, where are you on those videos? You're nowhere to be found. You know why? Because you're Anthony Joshua fans. You come for those videos, which is fine. That's fine too, man. But don't act like that you're just, this avid watcher of my videos. And if you're not, that's cool too. I know every fight isn't for everybody, but I'm a heavyweight fiend. I cover everything I can. Prospects, dudes that are 5-0, all of them. You know what I mean? But you guys only show up for specific videos, and that's cool. So if I'm a fanboy, if that's what you say, well, then what the fuck are you? Because I don't see you on any other videos but Joshua Hearn type of videos. And some of so it is what it is, man. We're all fans. I'm a fanboy of this fight. I'm a fanboy for Undisputed. That's what I'm a fanboy of. And yes, I'm a Wilder fan, and I'm an AJ fan. So all this, it's hard for you to listen to me, and you thought I was one of the good guys. Like, man, shut up. Shut up. It's hard for me to read your comments. I mean, what are we gonna keep going? What are we, kids here? Can y'all still hear me saying I'm getting a very bad connection? I'm gonna read these comments. I see some super chat stuff going on. Let me try to get to everything, man. Let me scroll back up here. Just has some stuff on the mind, man, as I'm watching this old school fight, this Tillers versus Weaver fight from back in the day. See, I'm getting a very bad connection. Let me see if y'all let me know if y'all can still hear me. Let me scroll all the way down. A lot of damn comments. Yeah, people say you're good. All right, let me go back up. Try to read some of these comments. EJ Boxing Live, what's good, man? I see you in the comments. Let me scroll all the way back up. A lot of damn comments, man. But and that's another thing, like I said before, I really do think, and some people may disagree with me on this one, but shit, it's just my opinion. But I really do think Joshua wants to fight Wilder, because I think it irks him as a competitor that people are doubting. Because AJ comes across like, dude, I've won 3 titles. I know people are counting that IBO, but man, it's not needed to be undisputed, So, I mean, whatever. But he has 3 of the 4 major titles you need to be undisputed. So he's looking at it like, shit, man, I am proving that I want to be the best, or I am the best because I keep fighting for these titles, so on and so forth. I get where he's coming from. And I do think he wants to be looked at as the #1 heavyweight. But he knows that he's going to have to fight this Wilder dude. You know what I mean? And I think Wilder wants to prove that he's the best. I do think the alpha in them want to fight each other, regardless of the outcome, just to get this shit over with. But I don't think Eddie Hearn wants to fight. No, Mr. Boxing. He just wants to go over the details. He's the promoter. That's their job. And yeah, he wants to see, because now without there being no percentages, he can't control shit, because he knew that AJ's the A side of everything. Okay, cool. And he know that their side can control the percentages and all. But when AJ comes out and says, give me 50, because he knew, well, at the time, I feel as if AJ thought it was so astronomical that they'll never come up with it. If you really want to get me out my seat, then give me this then. Since y'all so bad at being bad, give me 50. We didn't hear nothing. Here go that 50. Now it's like, hold up. Y'all really got the 50? Damn, why didn't I say 90? You guys been in business deals before, right? I've done that shit a few times in my legitimate business deals that I've done, owning my business. Like, damn, I'll throw out a number I'll think is crazy, get what I want, and be like, damn, why didn't I go up a few thousand? You know what I mean? I've done that before. Because I didn't think the number was so high. I thought there was a chance that if they didn't give me that, then I may go lower. But I threw it up there high so I can get more than what I deserve. And I think AJ in his mind thinks that 50 is shit, probably more than he even deserves. But hey, man, it's just my opinion. Because I think that, and regardless if the shit does 200, 130, 15 million, 5 million, it's a bust, he'll still get his. How? Some of you may ask. That's for smart motherfuckers like Al Heyman to figure out, which I know we can. Shelly Finkel, I know they can. They can figure it out. I have confidence that they can figure it out. Why? Because I've seen them make gigantic fights. This isn't Joe Blow off the street that we're trying to get him together to put together a fucking car wash to raise the money. We think that he's gonna be pawning shit at the pawn shop to get this money? I just don't get it. Now we're sitting here questioning guys like that. The same way we question Floyd and Pacquiao's team, and I learned a lot from that. And I know there's been a lot of fights that have had situations like the Pacquiao Mayweather. We're trying to make it. They're trying to make it. There's money involved. There's always, in every era, there's that big fight. You know what I mean? The big money fight. That's why records always get broken for the most money fights made and purses, guys. Records keep getting broken. The pots keep getting bigger. So every era has those type of fights. And when those fights are getting made, there's always astronomical numbers getting thrown out there that people are just thinking that should have never happened. And then they end up happening. Illis92, what's up, man? All right, let me try to go through these. I'm not going to be long, y'all, but let me get to these comments. Definitely want to go over these super chats. All right, let me see here. Shannon Wood says, why did Wilder send the email instead of the guys he paid to deal with deals? Because he sent, what's wrong with doing it? What's wrong with sending the email? It's like, look, bro, I'm letting you know man to man, and then my people going to holler at your people too, but I'm just letting you know, bro, what's going on before it even happens, that we got that bag for you. What's wrong with that? I don't see what's wrong with that. Just two fighters, two men talking to each other. NBT says he said dollars 7 times in minutes. Yeah, man, the man said $50 million. People are like, no, he meant pounds. When? Oh my god, yeah, man. The dude said dollars, man. Rouse Cloud 222 says the MOBC is recruiting new members. Shout out to the MOBC. Shout out to my man Rouse Cloud. Let me see here. Sonar says, could you address the 24-hour deadline based on thin air, no contract? Well, yeah, but dude, if they agree to it, look, do you want that 50 still? I look, man, this is my problem. I don't see what's wrong with saying, hey, man, do you want that 50? We can get this shit done in 24 hours. who are you to offer? First, you remember when AJ was saying there's been no offers made? Well, this is the offer they're making. You accept the offer? Okay, now you will receive the 50. Now we're going to get shit drawn up. That's what you want. We're going to get it drawn up. I want to just reach out to you to let you know that it's there. That's my offer to you. You sign, and then you'll receive. And I don't think it'd have been a bad way if Wilder said, hey man, here's a contract already drawn up, sign it. But then would there be a deflection tactic for that too? Well, who is this B-side to just send me a contract without us negotiating what should be in the contract? Then it'll be something else they'll be nitpicking about. Come on, y'all. Like, see, when y'all tell me, Mr. Box, aren't you smarter than this? Well, aren't y'all smarter than this? Because I feel the same way y'all do, man. He'll find another, and I'm speaking of Hearn, I believe, and I hope Hearn proves me wrong. Because I'll have no problem coming on here saying, man, you know what? I thought Hearn was weaseling his way out of the fight. He made it. Congrats to them. Now let's talk about the fight. You know what I mean? But he'll bring up something else, I believe. They're the B-side. Who is he to draft up this contract that, we didn't have any say in it. He'll make up something. And then where was the contract for the 12.5? Was there a contract for that? I keep hearing about if it was serious, he would have sent over a contract. Where's that at? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'll read the comments, and if I'm wrong, I'll say, hey, I'm wrong after I read the comment if you guys will leave it for me. Was there a $12.5 million contract that you've seen with your eyes online? Because remember, you guys don't want to take the word. You guys, want to see things. Okay, well, did you see a $12.5 million contract that was sent? And I always thought that 12.5 was bullshit. Because Hearn was saying the fight's not worth 100, it's worth 50. Okay, well, 12.5 of 50 is 25%. Parker damn near got 33%. This fight is way more significant. It's for undisputed, 2 undefeateds, knockout artists. Parker did his thing. But this fight is way bigger. I know Parker has New Zealand behind him, but New Zealand is small compared to the U.S. So is the UK. And the whole, he's fought in front of 70,000, 80,000. That's impressive. Those are great shows, great atmospheres out there. I'm not hating on that. But for me as a fan, hey man, I watch that. I watch athletes compete in front of 80,000, 100,000, 110,000 stadiums every Saturday afternoon watching college football. But Mr. Boxing is different. Not to me, it ain't, because I'm telling you, I watch athletes compete in large stadiums every weekend, and it just rolls off. I don't even think about it. I don't say, man, look at this Michigan Wolverines and Notre Dame game, just in front of 100,000. I don't get off. I just watch the athletes. Game's over, turn it off. Just watched with my kids. What was it? WrestleMania. They had 50,000, 60. Watched that shit a few months ago with the kids. That type of shit doesn't mean anything to a lot of us over here. There's fighters making more than AJ's ever made. Floyd Mayweather, for instance. He fought in the MGM Grand his whole damn career, damn near. You don't need to fight in 80,000 seat stadiums to make money. That's a fact. Illis92 says they would love for it to be a PR stunt, but when have we known Al Heyman to play games? Yeah, and that's another thing. Well, why hasn't Al Heyman come out and said anything? I'm scratching my head like, these folks don't know Al Heyman, because we know Al Heyman don't even talk. When the fuck has Al Heyman been in the media saying anything? He never goes to the media. Never. And then Shelly Finkel came out today and made a statement saying, pretty much just going over what's already been said today. Ensuring him that this isn't a PR stunt. When the hell has Al Heyman ever talked about anything? He wasn't even talking for the Mayweather-Pacquiao, Mayweather-McGregor. He sits in the cut. He don't need to talk. Talk for what when you can make shit happen? The fuck he need to talk for? The fighters need to talk and need to do their thing. Not Al Heyman. He sit back in the cut. Clint, what's good, man? Damn, I ain't got that much time, y'all. Let me get through these super chats, man. Dopamine says, what's your... Okay, read that one. Let me hit the super chats up, man, and I'm going to come back and try to go over some stuff y'all talking about. NBT Boxing says, Klitschko comes off a loss and fights for unification fight. Vance, 2 years inactivity among coming off a loss to fight GGG. Broner loses to Porter, fights for a fourth weight class title, but Ortiz can't be. Yeah, that, you know, and that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes may suffer a loss and then get right back in contention for a title shot. And Ortiz, what, because he lost to Wilder, now he's not a top 5 fighter anymore. And it's not like he's getting an immediate rematch. He has to beat White. You know, the guys that you guys are rating top 5, he has to beat him still to get the shot. Or are you telling me if he beats White, he doesn't deserve a title shot? Is that what you're telling me? Can't be telling me that, are you? Gotta watch what you say sometimes. Another thing people are saying, and I seen this comment and I was sitting thinking to myself, like, does this dude even know what he just said? The dude was like, yeah, Wilder's taking on he's fighting Brazil. Ha ha ha. AJ's leftovers. And I'm sitting there like, well, what's Dillian White? Isn't he a left? Never mind. Just never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Edayomi Ebenezer says, call it what it is. The decision is not fair to White. You really seems biased, truthfully. I know you to be balanced, but not on this topic today. Okay. That's your opinion, man. But my thing is, ever since the WBC made White versus Helenius is a eliminator, and then Brazil versus Molina as a eliminator, I thought the fair thing was to pair those guys up and for a final eliminator. Remember when they came out and said Brazil versus Molina is the final eliminator? I did a video on it. A lot of people made a video. I was one of the guys that raised my hand and say, that's bullshit. How in the fuck can Molina be fighting in a final eliminator? I thought it was BS. I didn't say, yeah, that's the final eliminator right there. I was being aware of Dillian White's situation also with Helenius, is that being an eliminator. So wouldn't the logical thing to be is to pair those guys up? Am I still being biased? How is that biased? Please tell me how that, and I've been having that same train of thought ever since those Brazil and White fought a week apart from each other. That's being fair. I mean, he just beat Lucas Brown. Oh, the Lucas Brown has been fucking inactive. And yes, going into that, I did like the fight because I'm a big style guy. I love style clashes. I'm a big style clash guy. I love styles and mix and matches of these fighters. But Lucas Brown wasn't in the top 5 of the WBC. He was number 13. So I have to go back to what I thought about Molina versus Brazil. Molina, I believe he was out of the top 10. Or I think he was like the number 8 guy or some shit. It was just a weird match. And I'm sitting there like, how can this equal the final eliminator? It's not that's ridiculous. White has an opportunity to beat, the guy that he says the old man's past it, blah blah. Okay, well he has a chance to beat him. He wants a shot at AJ again. Guess what he has to do? He has to beat Pulev. So is the IBF not being fair to him, or is the IBF being biased and corrupt as well? You have to agree that they are, right? If you want to be fair and balanced, right? Well, let's be balanced. Well, then the IBF is corrupt as well. Why should he have to beat Pulev to get AJ? That's what you're saying, right? Or is it just, why does he have to beat Ortiz to get Wilder? Which one is it? Is it both, or is it y'all kidding me with this bias thing, man? It is what it is, though, Dopamine says, aren't Hearn and Heyman meeting face to face this weekend? I know their team, though. I'm not sure who's going to be in the meeting. I'm not sure how it's going to go. Who's actually going to be behind those closed doors, bro. But from what I heard, the team's representatives are going to meet Friday. So, Illis92 says Wilder's the best heavyweight of our era. There's, shit. He might be, man, but he has to beat Anthony Joshua, though. They have to fight, and the era has to play out. But if you're asking me right now, I think he is the best of this crop. Yes, I do. I do think he's the best of this crop. I'm going to have to get off my son. They want me to take him outside, throw the football, man. So let me try to read these real quick. Damn. NBT Boxing, super chat. Appreciate that, man. Blood, he says check email. Blood, I did check it, bro. I ain't got back to you yet. That's why I'm sitting. If you notice, as I said through the fight, I'm looking through 1981. Man, y'all go to Blood Boxing. I know a lot of y'all probably don't like his channel that visit my channel because I have a lot of UK followers on my channel. But go check out his last video where he breaks down the 1980 heavyweight scene of the year 1980. He's going to do every year that decade, step by step. I believe Blood said all the way up from 1980 to 1999, year by year review. Excellent video, A plus video, man. But yeah, Blood. So the next year he's going to do is 1981. So yeah, Blood. That's why I'm watching this. Went back and watched Tillis versus Weaver again. I'm gonna watch a few other fights, man. And I'm gonna definitely get back to you, bro. But I did get that email, man. I'm just trying to decide which fight was the most significant to me, why, and what I thought of the fight, the lead up, after the fight, the year prior, the year before. I really want to break it down, you know what I mean? So I definitely got that email, man. I'm just thinking about which fight I want to talk about. Grant Anderson says Wilder the fraud. Fair enough. The Fox Strikes, Mr. Boxing was good, Fox. Antonio McCrae was good. JD Max says email from Shelly Finkel to Eddie Hearn canceling Friday's meeting. It's on Twitter now. Please read and comment. It's relevant to what you're talking about. Oh, I have to look that up. If it is canceled, they can still talk. See, that's another thing that's not going to throw me off. If it's canceled, if what you're saying is true, I haven't looked it up, so I don't know if it's true or not. But if that is true, okay, you can still talk. What about Saturday? What about Sunday? You know what I mean? He's still going to be here on Saturday. He's still going to be around on Saturday. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You can still fucking have a conference call. But I have to look that up and see if that's true. I'm just reading that off my chat right here. Let me get to the other super chats, man. I gotta go outside, throw this football with the kids, man. Let me see. Rano Finkley, appreciate that. He says, I like what you stated the other day. Trying to get to some more of these. AZ says, if you try to be unbiased, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay to try to be unbiased, but sometimes, man, you got to speak the truth, man. You can't be scared to say some shit that you really feel, though, man. I'm not about to be just making up shit to seem unbiased. Like, nah, if I think some shit's fuckery or it's not fair or it don't seem right or it make me scratch my head, I'm talking about it. I'm not biting my tongue for anybody. I don't care if people unsub, or I'm not saying you, but I'm saying the comments that I've been seeing, and I'm going to unsub. Unsub. The hell is that supposed to mean? What? Texas C says, "Where's the email canceling tomorrow's meeting?" Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're just responding to that guy that said that. I haven't seen it either. I'm just talking about it as if that is going to. I don't know. All right. So for those of you just tuning in, somebody here in the chat section said that there's an email canceling tomorrow's meeting from Shelly Finkel. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just reading what this guy said in the chat. And if that is, if it is the case, who gives a fuck? There's still Saturday, Sunday, Monday. To just get it done. Just get this shit done, man. Michael Johnson was good, man. Standing 8 count says, guys, we all want to see the fight. Otherwise, we don't be here. The fight will happen next for sure. Hopefully, man. The Fox Strike says, was watching Lewis versus Ruddock the other day. Yeah, Lewis went in there and put on a clinic against Razor. Put on a clinic. He came out there fast and aggressive as hell against Razor, man. Mike Biggs Boxing was good, bro. Try to get to this other super chat. Texas C says, can you post Shelly Finkel's email canceling Friday's meeting? I don't have it, bro. That's what I'm saying, Texas C. It was somebody just said it here in the chat. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'm just talking about it. If it's true, but I haven't heard. I haven't seen anything of it besides just what I just read in the chat sections. Ticket TV, what's the hey man? Hey, Ticket, man, I don't comment a lot, but I've been watching your vids, bro. When y'all want me to pull out the receipts? Y'all want me to pull out the receipts? Ticket be going ham on them videos, man. Good shit, Ticket. I've been catching the vids, bro. Man, I really want to get through all these questions, man, but I gotta. This was just some last minute ass live stream. I wasn't going to do a video. My next video was going to be breaking down Jennings Deweko and Duapa versus Jarrell Miller. I heard George Arias, the undefeated Dominican prospect from the BX from Brooklyn, New York, short, high motor, heavyweight, kind of has I'm saying this loosely, kind of has a resemblance of a Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier-ish esque type of style. But I heard this weekend he had it in tough this last weekend. I haven't seen the fight. I've been trying to look for the fight, but he won the fight, but he had it in tough. I know when he fought Mario Heredia, that was a tough one. That was a damn good fight, man. That fight's on YouTube. You guys haven't seen it. Arias versus Heredia. That was a damn good fight. Trying to find this other super chat, man. There's a lot of damn comments, man. I appreciate y'all leaving these comments, yo. I'm not gonna be able to get to all y'all, man, because my little one, my youngest son, he'll just sit. There's been times I'm doing videos. I'll do a video real quick. He'll just sit there and he'll try to hold his laugh. I don't know how I do it sometimes, man, because he be sitting there holding his laugh, doing push-ups. He'll start doing jumping jacks and sit-ups and shit. He'll start doing everything to get me out of here. Or get me off the from doing a video to go do what he wants or have me get him something or whatever. I can't find the other one, man. Damn, I like giving everybody a shout out to do the super chat thing. Maybe I did shout out to everybody, but if I missed you, I gotta go, man. Gotta go spend time with my son. So y'all be easy. I'm gonna try to do some more videos this upcoming week. Definitely I think I'm gonna do the video that I've been talking about. I'm gonna do it after the weigh-in on Friday. Yeah, Friday's tomorrow, right? I'll be losing track of damn days. And talk about that one. And some other heavyweight stuff that's going on, man. If you guys haven't seen Tom Schwartz versus Sanad Gashi, go watch that fight. I want to see Tom Schwartz fight Ajay Caballero. I thought Caballero did a good job against Ralph Cannon. Last weekend, I did not expect for him to come out so aggressive and mow Ralph Cannon down like that. I thought he'd win by decision, but I did not think he was going to knock him down 3 times and get rid of him early. I just was not expecting that. I think Caballero is a very underrated fighter. The guy only had like 4 or 5 amateur fights, y'all. Turned pro at 18, and he has the EBU title. I know it's just the EBU title, but it's just one of those titles you win as you're making your way up the ranks. Actually, a title that Pulev had and vacated. Cabello was supposed to fight Wak for the vacated EBU title. Wak pulled out that fight. He ended up fighting Herb Hubot for it. He won it, and he beat Chisora. Some people thought Chisora won the fight, but I thought Cabello edged that fight. And shit, man, if you told me Cabello was fighting Jarrell Miller or Dillian White, I would probably favor those guys to beat him, but it'd be an interesting fight. I'm telling you, man. Do I think Cabello's going to be heavyweight champion of the world one day? Odds are against him, but can he put up a good fights against Miller, White, Brazil, guys of that ilk? Yes, I do believe that. I really do. All right, but um, I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute though, man. I'm gone.